Alright, starting off first here with the 1970D mint mark. Now this coin is graded by NGC at a mint state 65. The coin grading scale goes up to 70. 70 is the best grade you can get. Now this coin has a mint error, so it's been struck onto a 5-cent planchet, a Jefferson nickel planchet. Now because of the grade, because of the mint error on the coin, this coin ended up selling for around $660. Here's a 1974 Washington quarter that was struck 10% off center. The coin is graded by Annex at a mint state 64. So the grade, the condition will always affect its value, the type of mint error, how extreme the error is, and how rare is it to have this type of error on a certain type of coin. Things like that will all affect the value, but this quarter ended up selling for around $57 at that mint state 64 grade. Now here's a 1977 D mint mark that has a misaligned obverse die. It's graded by Annex at a AU 55. So we're not looking at an MS mint state grade. We're looking at it about uncirculated 55. This quarter ended up selling for around $50 as well. Moving right along to a 1980 Washington quarter that has a partial collar with an obverse brockage. So you'll see the partial collar around the rim of the coin, and you'll also see that brockage there at the top of the coin going through Washington's head. So this quarter ended up selling for a little over $70. Next up is another Washington quarter that was struck onto a 5-cent planchet, a Jefferson nickel planchet. This is the 1980 P mint mark, graded by NGC at a mint state 65. This quarter ended up selling for a little over $260. Moving right along to a pretty cool coin. I love these coins. We have a die break going on here, actually 2 of them. We refer to these die breaks as cuds, and for this is so unique because there's one on the obverse, the front of the coin, and one on the reverse. So we see the one here at the top above Washington's head. And then if we look at the bottom of the coin down by the date, that's all faded out because there's one here on the reverse as well. So you'll see that they're covering up the word America, of America, the letters there. So that is very, very awesome. And then you'll actually see the letters here, $quarter faded out here on the bottom of the quarter as a result of the die break taking place on the front of the quarter. So we have one on the front, one on the back. Very unique type of mint error here because it's 2 die breaks, and this coin is only graded at an XF45, extra fine 45, by NGC, and this quarter ended up selling for around $150. Not bad. Here's a 1983 Washington quarter that was struck 25% off center, graded by NGC at a mint state 65. This quarter ended up selling for over $165. Moving right along to a 1999 state quarter. It is the Delaware P mint mark state quarter that has been double struck with a counter brockage. Man, that's just awesome. Finding something like that in a coin roll would be super, super rare. This quarter sold for over $1,000. Now here is a 2001 P mint mark Rhode Island state quarter. Now we looked at that die break on the other quarter. Now this is taking place on a state quarter. It's a very small one here to the left of the bridge, but it is a die break. It's a small cud. This quarter ended up selling for a little over $60 at a mint state 64 grade by PCGS. So, it all just depends, how large the cut is, where, what coin the cut is on. Things like that will all determine, the value, the condition of the coin, the demand, all that factors into the value. So here's a 2001 North Carolina state quarter that has been broad struck. You'll see that around the rim there, the right side of the quarter. This coin here ended up selling for a little over $75, nearly an $80 coin there. So not too bad, but here's another state quarter, a 2005 P mint mark Minnesota quarter. The coin is missing the clad layer. So here on the obverse of the coin, it looks very normal. Here on the reverse, we see that inner copper layer of the quarter because we're missing the outer clad layer. Now this quarter ended up selling for over $215. Next up is another Washington quarter, a no-dated Washington quarter, where the obverse has been struck through a capped die, and it also has a die break. So that is very, very awesome. Here on the reverse looks very normal. Always check both sides of your coins, of course. This quarter ended up selling for over $285. So you can look for cap dies, on all kinds of different coins, not just quarters. Keep that in mind, all kinds of different dates as well. Now here is a no dated, why does it say no dated? It's a Delaware state quarter. you should know the date of a Delaware state quarter. But I guess they know the date, but technically, I guess they consider it no date because the date is not displayed onto the planchet. But this coin did sell for over $165 because it was struck off center, and it does have that Mint State 62 grade by PCGS. Now here is a very interesting quarter. No dated Washington quarter struck 6 times with an indent on the reverse of the coin. Look at that. That is just amazing. Would love to own something like that in my collection. Man, that is very, very insane. I mean, that is a very awesome mint error there. And that's why this coin sold for over $3,700. Almost $4,000. Let me know what you guys would do with $4,000 in the comments below. Alright guys, don't forget to subscribe in the middle. Check out the videos to the left of me. And until tomorrow, I'll see you guys in the comment section below. This is Couch Collectibles, and this is where I disappear.